Hi friends, Casey and Bree from Books Before Death tagged me the stay-at-home book tag. I'm still trying to stay home as much as possible because of the pandemic and how cases are spiking in my area. And I've been spending a lot of time reading while I'm at home. I actually just read my 100th book of 2020. So first question, laying in bed, what's a book you've read in one day? I am the type of reader who will read one book a day every day for a week and then not read anything for a whole month. I don't know why I'm like that, but if you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend Felix Ever After by Case and Calendar. It is amazing. I started it before bed one night earlier this summer and I just didn't sleep because the book was so good. Also because insomnia is a semi-regular part of my life, but mostly because it is a super sweet story about a black, queer, trans artist discovering themselves in the process of falling in love for the first time. There's also an intriguing mystery element as Felix tries to find out which of his classmates is anonymously bullying him, and it is honest and layered and completely beautiful. I love it. Next, Snacking, which is a guilty pleasure book. I have no guilty pleasures because this is a guilt-free zone. Also, I haven't physically interacted with most of society for 4 months and I no longer feel any shame. Eat snacks, read books. I'm not answering this question because I've literally never understood this societal concept. I'm sorry. Okay, Netflix, a series you want to start. Originally, when I wrote the script for this video weeks ago, I was going to talk about the Rick Riordan books. These were all published after I went through my mythology phase where I was obsessed with learning about ancient cultures and mythologies and people, and I didn't get a chance to read them. Originally I was going to say I was excited for Trials of Apollo, but I finished those. So then I was going to talk about the Magnus Chase series, but I finished that series yesterday. So I have no idea what to read. I have no new series that I am interested in right now. Please tell me what to read. Okay, Deep Clean, a book that's been on your TBR for ages. I picked something off my TBR cards by random, honestly. I picked The Last True Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake. I have absolutely no idea what this book is about. I'm pretty sure that at some point I knew and have since forgotten. Animal Crossing, a book you recently bought because of the hype. I haven't bought any books this year. We don't like our current apartment, so we're trying not to buy unnecessary physical things so that will help us move out of this place if we can afford to live somewhere better when the lease is up. Also, because I can't browse in bookstores, I am no longer constantly tempted to buy every book I see. Productivity is a book that you learnt from or a book that had an impact on you. I love biographies. I recently read Washington, A Life by Chernow, and it really made me appreciate how George Washington was a complex human being that we just constantly lie about in order to have a caricature of American values that we can present, because people are bad at imagining other people complexly. They are so bad at it, and we like to think of George Washington as a symbol with wooden teeth, then we like to think of him as a person whose dentures were made from the teeth of enslaved people, his enslaved people. Anyways, it definitely made me think. Okay, FaceTime, a book you were gifted. My friend Nirali recently sent me the Witch Boy trilogy by Molly Knox Ostertag. I love this book series. I read all 3 books the day after it arrived, and it was amazing. I love it. Next question, finally. Self-care, non-book question. What is something you've done recently to take care of yourself? For me, that's making things. I love making YouTube videos, knitting scarves, producing my podcast, and trying to draw one thing from every episode of Steven Universe. I'm doing that on TikTok. I have a TikTok now. I love creating things, and I find it deeply fulfilling even if it occasionally stresses me out. I also applied for my mail-in ballot today for the general election, and if you can vote by mail, please do that. Please apply to vote by mail because we can take care of ourselves, our community, our democracy, voting by mail instead of in person during this pandemic. So please tell me in the comments what your favorite book series is. I'm tagging Nirali to do this because she would be really good at making book videos, and she also gifted me the books I talked about. I'll link her channel down in the Chamber of Secrets, and if you want to see more from me, please subscribe, watch another video of mine, or support me on Patreon. And hey, I love you.